For more than 25 years, the smartest 30 minutes on television. From the campus of Wake Tech Community College, get your crania in gear. It's time to play Brain Game.
Competing today are Research Triangle High School and Rocky Mount High School. High fives all around. All right, everybody. Good job. Good high five. All right. Very strong. Hello and welcome to Brain Game, everybody. The audience is excited. The players are excited. I'm your host, Mark Roberts. Welcome, everyone, to our home here at Wake Tech's Northern Campus. This is the opening round of the Brain Game playoffs with the winning team advancing. So let's get started by meeting the players here today to play Brain Game. First up, from Rocky Mount High School, we have Will, Abby, and Owen. That's Rocky Mount High, everyone. And from Research Triangle High in Durham, we have Drew, Graham, and Evan. That is Research Triangle High, everyone. All right, players, remember, correct answers in Brain Game score you 20 points. An incorrect answer or failure to answer in the allotted time results in a loss of 20 and sweep any category for a 20-point bonus. Our players look ready to go. Let's get started with our first set of questions. In today's pop-up culture, it's a quiz on TV talk show hosts. How well do you know your late night and daytime TV programming? We will find out. Let's kick off pop-up culture with Rocky Mount. These two hosts share a first name and swap shows for an April Fool's Day prank in 2022. Give their two last names.
Fallon and Kimmel. Our team's answer is Fallon and Kimmel.
That is correct. Sticking with Rocky Mount, she was a four-time daytime Emmy winner, and her show ran 19 seasons until rumors circulated that she was not nice to her employees. Who is this host?
Our team's answer is Ellen DeGeneres.
That is correct. No rumors like that on Brain Game. But last pop-up culture for Rocky Mount here. Considered the OG of hosts, he was replaced by Jay Leno, Conan O'Brien, and Jimmy Fallon. Who was this longtime host of The Tonight Show?
Our team's answer is Letterman.
That is incorrect. Research Triangle, you want to try?
Our team's answer is pass.
The answer we're looking for there is Johnny Carson. Maybe a little before your time there, but that's all right. Now, we're doing pop-up culture with Research Triangle. Guests were actually mad when this host gave them each a car because they had to pay taxes on the gift. Who is this host and business mogul?
Our team's answer is Oprah.
That is correct. All right. This animated superhero hosted a coast-to-coast talk show along with his sidekick Zorak on the Cartoon Network.
Our team's answer is pass.
Goes over to Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is pass.
Space Ghost, the answer we're looking for. All right, last pop-up culture for Research Triangle. He portrayed a conservative talk show host on Comedy Central before taking over the real hosting duties on CBS's Late Show. Who is this host?
Defer to Evan. Colbert.
That is correct. All right. Well, late night show hosts are always turning the news into laughs. Players in our next category, headliners, you'll be able to turn news into points. Your knowledge of current events locally and worldwide will come in very handy here. So let's start headliners off with Rocky Mount. The North Carolina Attorney General announced that he would be running for governor in 2024. Name him.
Our team's answer is pass.
Goes over to Research Triangle.
Our team's answer is Josh Stein.
That is correct. Now we're back with Rocky Mount. Alert General So and Ronald McDonald. What type of seed and oil were listed by the FDA as a major food allergen? I think Mayor McCheese might want to get involved too.
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Research Triangle High.
Our team's answer is sesame.
Sesame is correct. All right, this is the last headliners for Rocky Mount. You can no longer use the kuna to buy zucchini in Zagreb. What country joined the Eurozone in January?
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Research Triangle if you would like to try.
Our team's answer is Croatia.
Croatia is the correct country. Now we're doing headliners with Research Triangle. She led her country through COVID. In January, Jacinda Ardern announced her resignation as Prime Minister of what country?
New Zealand. Our team's answer is New Zealand.
New Zealand is correct. A controversial new monument to Dr. Martin Luther King was recently unveiled in what Northeast city?
Our team's answer is Boston.
Boston is the right city. And rounding out headliners for Research Triangle, to the chagrin of many professional chefs, a government safety commissioner stated that a ban on what appliances is not off the table.
Our team's answer is gas stoves.
Gas stoves is correct. All right, we're heading down the river now in our next category. Today and across America, we're testing your knowledge of U.S. rivers. Players, I'll give you the name of 3 places. The correct answer will be the name of the river that connects all 3 of the places. All right, we're going to start famous rivers with Rocky Mount. Here you go. Albuquerque, El Paso, and Brownsville.
Our team's answer is Rio Grande.
That is correct. Sticking with Rocky Mount now, Omaha, Kansas City, and St. Louis.
Our team's answer is Mississippi.
That is incorrect. Research Triangle.
Our team's answer is the Missouri River.
Missouri is the right river. Okay, now we're coming back to Rocky Mount, Wichita, Tulsa, and Little Rock.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Research Triangle High.
Our team's answer is Arkansas.
Arkansas is the correct river again. All right, now we're doing rivers, famous rivers with Research Triangle. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Evansville.
Ohio?
Our team's answer is Ohio.
That's right. Albany, Jersey City, and Manhattan.
Our team's answer is Hudson.
That is correct. And last famous river, Knoxville, Chattanooga, Paducah.
Tennessee?
Our team's answer is Tennessee.
Man, they really know their rivers. A Research Triangle, you are correct. Way to run those rivers, man. That was a good job right there. All right, Chattanooga and Paducah, it's kind of like the start of a country song, isn't it, almost? Players, take a breather right here. When Brain Game comes back, we're looking for words tied to the sky and legends of the Great White Way. We'll tie it all together right after this, everyone. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. A lively studio audience out here and a great game going on. Let's check those scores right now after the first round of play. We have Rocky Mount High School on the board with 20. Research Triangle High is in there at 300. We have 6 categories of play left, so a lot of points are still up for grabs here, still anybody's brain game. Let's get back into gameplay with our next category, which is word power. Players, today the theme is look upward. All correct answers will have a connection to the sky. You don't have to actually look upward, but it's to the sky. All right, so let's begin word power, words in the sky with Rocky Mount. This 8-letter word describes something that is vague or unclear, like a cloudy space in the sky.
What is it? Defer to Owen.
Our team's answer is opaque.
That is incorrect. Research Triangle. Would you like to try?
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer we're looking for there is nebulous. Now, back to Rocky Mount. It's also a fringe, but this 7-letter word identifies people thought to have been driven crazy by the moon.
Our team's answer is lunatic.
Lunatic is correct. And last word power for Rocky Mount. This 8-letter word describes substances to improve beauty, from the Greek word for order that is also used to identify space.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Research Triangle High.
Our team's answer is cosmetic.
Cosmetic is correct. All right, now we're doing words in the sky with Research Triangle. This 8-letter word is the name for a symbol that indicates a footnote or multiplication.
Our team's answer is asterisk.
Asterisk is correct. Next one, this 6-letter term for a large group of stars comes from the Greek word for milk.
Our team's answer is galaxy.
Galaxy is correct. And last word power, referring to a bad omen in the sky. This 8-letter word indicates a bad event, often natural.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is pass.
Okay. Answer we're looking for there is disaster. All right. Galaxy is the Greek word for milk, as we mentioned. I didn't know that, but it's all Greek to me. Let's get our next category, arts and literature. Players, you look like a cultured bunch of young folks. Today, questioning will just test that. We're covering a little bit of everything, but let's start with art. Arts and lit begins with Rocky Mount. John Singleton Copley captured the reflections of this horseman and silversmith in a 1770 painting. Who is the subject of this work?
Our team's answer is Paul Revere.
That's right. He died in 2021, but left musicals like Company and Into the Woods behind. Who is this Tony and Pulitzer-winning composer?
Our team's answer is Sondheim.
Stephen Sondheim is right. And last arts and lit for Rocky Mount. Stephen Sondheim used the English translation of this Mozart title for his musical A Little Night Music. What is this German title, Mozart's Serenade number 13?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Research Triangle.
Is it Einen kleinen Nachtmusik?
I think that was a pretty good job over there, and I won't even try to say that. Good job. That's correct. All right. That's good. Now, we're going to head over to Research Triangle for Arts and Lit. 6 elders of a town offer themselves for execution if the townspeople are spared. What Rodin sculpture captures this scene?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is pass.
That is the Burghers of Calais. All right, now we're sticking with Research Triangle High. A 1946 recording of it is the only one of a Puccini opera by its original conductor. What is this opera about Rodolfo and Mimi, the inspiration for the musical Rent?
Our team's answer is pass.
Rocky Mount, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is La Vie Boheme.
Judges? Nope. La Boheme is they said an extra term there. Okay. All right. Now let's finish Arts and Lit with Research Triangle. He used the Salem witch trials as a stand-in for the Red Scare in his acclaimed play, The Crucible. Who is this American playwright?
Oh, no. Miller. Yeah, it is Miller. Yeah.
Defer to Drew.
Who is Miller?
That's correct. Arthur Miller. You have the right answer. All right. And some of Arthur Miller's first works appeared in the student newspaper at the University of Michigan. We've made it to our second break of the day. That's an accomplishment. When Brain Game returns, we'll be playing Name Game, where all the right answers have a similar title. Brain Game is back right after this, everyone. All right, welcome back to this lively session of Brain Game, everyone. We're having a great game up here at Wake Tech's Northern Campus. After the first round of play, we have Rocky Mount High School on the board at 40, and Research Triangle High has 400. And speaking of Research Triangle, we'd like to welcome Shelley in the game. Shelley is now substituted in. Oh, Captain, my Captain, let's get to our next category. In today's name game, to help you chart the correct course, each correct answer will be the name of a famous ship captain. So let's begin famous ship captains with Rocky Mount. I'm sure he had one of those screwdrivers when he was kidnapped by Somali pirates. Tom Hanks played him in the movie version of his story.
I forgot his name. No. Our team's answer is pass.
Research Triangle.
Maybe we got pass on that.
Our team's answer is pass.
Captain Richard Phillips, the answer we're looking for. All right, we're back with Rocky Mount here. This Danish explorer went straight home after observing Alaska. For whom is the narrow stretch of ocean between Russia and Alaska named?
Bering. Our team's answer is Bering.
That's right, Vitus Bering, you're correct. And last name game for Rocky Mount, captain of the HMS Bounty. He was set adrift after the famous mutiny against him. It's a bummer when you lose staff support.
Defer to Will.
Will?
Harrison Ford.
That's a lovely guess, but incorrect. Research Triangle, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is pass.
William Bligh, the answer we're looking for, but that was good. Okay, now let's do famous ship captains with Research Triangle. Along with his friends, he opened trade with Japan in 1854.
What? It's like Chesterfield or something. I can't remember.
Our team's answer is pass.
Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is pass.
Matthew Perry, not the guy from Friends, but yeah, all right. Next one, over to Research Triangle. No need to wrestle with whether or to give this British admiral's full name. He was captain of the HMS Victory and was killed at the Battle of Trafalgar.
Defer to Evan.
Horatio Nelson.
That is correct. And last famous ship captains for Research Triangle, the most famous captain in Chinese history. He led treasure voyages during the Ming Dynasty and was a fierce naval commander.
Our team's answer is Zhang Ha.
That is correct. Way to pull that one up. All right. Well, you know what time it is now. Players, pencils and scratch paper at the ready. It is time now to play crunching numbers. Remember, you now have twice as much time to answer these math problems. If you get stumped, you can always pass to the other team. So everyone should be working on a possible answer here. Stay engaged during mathematics is our guidance here. Let's start crunching numbers with Rocky Mount. On line segment AD, AC equals 12, BD equals 13, and AD equals 20. What does BC equal? Need something, Rocky Mount. Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Now that goes over to Research Triangle.
Our team's answer is 5.
5 is correct. All right, back now with Rocky Mount. Calculate the sum of the prime numbers between 60 and 70.
Our team's answer is 128.
That is right. And the last crunching numbers question for Rocky Mount. Simplify the square root of x plus 6 squared minus 2x minus 11. Those pencils are getting a workout over there. Need something, Rocky Mount. Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Research Triangle.
Our team's answer is x plus 5.
That is correct. All right, now we are crunching numerically with Research Triangle. Given a rectangular box with length 5 feet and width 4 feet, if the height increases by 3 feet, by how many square feet does the surface area increase?
Our team's answer is 54.
54 is correct. In degrees per minute, what is the angular speed of the hour hand of an analog clock?
Degrees per second. I would pass on this.
If he asks, just pass.
Need something, Research Triangle. Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Rocky Mount.
360 degrees.
Are you sure? 3 degrees. Our team's answer is 3 degrees.
Either 1/2 or 0.5 would work for that. All right, we're closing out crunching numbers with Research Triangle. If 2 letters are selected at random without replacement from the words brain game, what is the probability that the first letter is a vowel and the second letter is a consonant? Need something, Research Triangle. Anything over there?
Our team's answer is 20 over 81.
That is incorrect. Rocky Mount, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is pass.
5 over 18, 5/18 what we're looking for the answer for that. Well, Teams, we have made it to the last set of questions before the final round. That's an accomplishment. Today in rocket science, we're going to test your knowledge of marine biology, botany, and of course chemistry. Keep working together and be ready if the other team passes. Here we go with rocket science for Rocky Mount. They take their name from a practice of bending their bodies while diving. What is this only member of the genus Megaterra?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Research Triangle.
Our team's answer is humpback.
Humpback whale is correct. There he is. Next one. This is Rocky Mount again. It comes in white and red allotropes, but all have atomic number 15. What is this element with symbol P?
Our team's answer is phosphorus.
That's right. And last rocket science for Rocky Mount. What term describes the kind of interference between sound waves that produces a louder sound than the individual waves?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Research Triangle.
Our team's answer is constructive.
Constructive is right. Always good to be constructive, yes. All right, now we are rocket sciencing with Research Triangle. If you're a fish, you care about this quality of water that is dependent on temperature and abbreviated DO. What is it?
Yeah, I know this. Our team's answer is dissolved oxygen.
That's right. What term is given to the relative brightness of a star? The human eye is good to about a value of 6 for this, and the sun is negative 27.
Our team's answer is magnitude.
Magnitude is right. And last rocket science for Research Triangle. Plants, algae, and some archaea belong to what group of primary producers whose name comes from the Greek for self-feeding?
Autotrophs or heterotrophs?
Autotrophs.
Our team's answer is autotrophs.
Autotrophs is right. Man, they know their rocket science on Research Triangle. All right, great job by all the teams. We've made it now to the final stage. We're globetrotting right after this break, testing our players' knowledge of Western civilization. Brain Game will be back right after this. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. We hope you're playing along on your TV or favorite device. If you want more information about the smartest 30 minutes on television, go to WRAL.com and type the search words Brain Game for the season schedule, final scores, and even to watch past episodes. Our regular round of play ended with Rocky Mount on the board at 60 and Research Triangle with 600. Up to 100 points are now on the table, and it all comes down to our game's final question. Each team determined how much to risk on globetrotting during the commercial break. Teams, here is your all-important final question. Carthage is a suburb of the capital of what northern African country, known for its Roman and Greek ruins and Islamic architecture? Players, you have 30 seconds to deliberate. Stay tuned. The final answer and the final scores when Brain Game returns. Welcome back, everyone, to today's final round of Brain Game. It all comes down to this. Players, we have the amount of points that you risked and your answers to the final question, which is, Carthage is a suburb of the capital of what North African country, known for its Roman and Greek ruins and Islamic architecture? Let's now go over to our teams. Let's start with Rocky Mount. Please tell us your answer.
Our team's answer is Algeria.
That was incorrect. You risked 3 points. That brings their game total to 57. Rocky Mount did a good job, didn't they, everyone? Yes, they did. All right. Research Triangle, please tell us your answer.
Our team's answer is Tunisia.
Tunisia is correct. You risked the full 100 points. That brings your game total to 700. So with that final score of 700, Research Triangle High School is today's Brain Game winner. Ooh, ah. All right. Nice. All right, congratulations to Research Triangle. Please join us next week as round 1 of the Brain Game playoffs continue with Broughton High School taking on Cardinal Gibbons. Thank you so much for watching Brain Game, the smartest 30 minutes on TV, everyone.